There was a blast that happened over there, and as a result of that blast, the security got really crazy and tight. They canceled all flights to Pakistan, and they did some intense searching.
And then what did you say then? Did you write a song over that as well?
Well, probably soon.
Probably soon.
So that's probably next in line.
Okay, so now, you know, a lot of people, since we posted it on our social media pages as well, they wanted to know Lazaurus.
Okay.
So now, who is Lazaurus? How did this identity emerge? And then, you know, how long did it take you? Because all of those songs which you have sang, or, you know, in which you have rapped, you have actually tried to spread a message or probably tell them about what your life or your culture is all about. So, you know, why do you think that there was a need for such verses to come up? Because I've heard you quite a lot of songs, and, you know, in all of those songs, what I've witnessed is that you are probably one of those rappers who do not curse, do not abuse in their own songs, and I think that's the best part.
I don't. Okay. No, well, here's the thing, man. I feel like, you know, as I progressed in the journey to become a physician,
Yeah.
While I was doing that, I realized something about myself. It was something that I was able to do. I was able to channel my thoughts, my energies into rhymes.
All right.
And when I first found out that I had that ability was when I started battling rappers. You know, just muqabla hota hai, just like you see in 8 Mile.
Yeah.
And I started doing really well at that. And it was just, there's so much animosity and tension and racism that exists, you know, as I was growing up, that I felt that that was a weapon for me.
All right.
It was a way for me to get people's respect. Because whatever culture, race of people it was, when I did that, because they would laugh at me otherwise. You know, ye kaun banda hai.
Yeah.
But when I did that, I got everybody's respect. So that just made me feel good about myself. So what ended up happening was, you know, I ended up using that voice that I developed as a rapper to be the hero that I never had in the media.
All right.
It was the person that I always wanted to aspire to see, that, oh, you know, there is hope out there. There's somebody that represents me and tells of my journey, my story, because there was nobody. So I had to become that somebody.
And you became.
And that was the plan. And that's what it is
now,
too.
You came, and then you conquered, and then you were on top of it.
Well, I feel like the conquering process is ongoing, but, you know, the main purpose of it all was to have a voice out there. I want a voice that represent people like me who grew up. But not just people like me. I wanted to relate to people everywhere in the world, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings.
Very nice.
So I want to make music for human beings.
Very nice. So that's great. And you know what I was thinking about was, because I'm a bit naughty or notorious at times as well, can we rap battle just like that? I mean, I'll start, probably you can come back with something else, and then you can do it too. Can we do it right now? Because that's how you started, right?
Man, I mean...
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, you start, and then...
Well, how about I rap you a little verse?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. All right, check this out. I'm going to rap something, and this is like a positive kind of message that I want people to hear. But, you know, I'll mix up a little Urdu and English in it, too.
Sure.
So I got one where I'm like, I refuse to give a voice even to the evil of my own soul, tearing me through what's right and wrong, losing my purpose, no control. Ever since we are born, we're told, taught to hate, and the molding grows. Racism, it expands. Why don't we treat the next man with the same respect that we expect? But no, we treat him less than. Why don't we become the opposite of the stereotype that we destined to be? Sharing our views, giving them shoes that they can step in. Communicating our voices can be the only useful weapon. लेकिन किस हकीकत में हम फंस गए जब एक मुल्क एक दूसरे मुल्क को कमतर समझे, एक दूसरे के मजहब की वजह से हमला करे, आंखों पे जो पर्दा जैसे बंद हो अंधा, मगर ये नफरत पैदा होती है घर के अंदर, परवरिश माहौल के अंदर. अब इन गलत फहमियों ने आकर हमको हलक कर दिया, हमारे जख्मों को करे दिया, बस बचा लो, मजलूम ना बनो, इंसानियत को एहसास दो, अपनी मुश्किलात को सामना करो, अपनी खामोशी को आवाज दो.
Beautiful. That was fantastic. Wow. And all of these songs and all of the rap you do, you write it yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, does it like come to you because people say, oh, that, you know, at times when I'm sitting, it comes to me, or do you like intentionally you sit down to write something as well?
Sometimes I have to be motivated. I have to be inspired to write the rhyme. Like sometimes, I have to feel like, what is it that's gonna make me feel, that's necessary. I feel like it's just like when the bat signal goes up.
Yeah.
There's a reason. It doesn't just go up randomly. It has to be like when I see something going on. For example, the song I did, Fearless.
Yeah.
it went up because there was stuff going on in the world, and I'm like, wait a minute. So you're telling me that this guy is going to become president of the United States, and he's talking bad about Muslims, and everybody's quiet about it?
Yeah, and you did.
So I felt like that's when the last symbol went up, and it was just kind of like, well, if and nobody is going to say anything here, nobody's going to say anything here, and we're all just going to act scared. Why don't I stand up and say something?
Very nice.
So it's like kind of like,
and it's all over the internet as well. We'll come back to that, but drug of choice. It was shot over here in Rawalpindi as well,
Right.
And it's a mix of, it's a fusion. It's basically a fusion just because of the fact that, we could hear Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan in the background as well.
Right.
So what was the concept behind it? And then there's one more thing, because a lot of people, on your page as well, they know that you weren't born in Pakistan, right?
Right.
But they keep on bragging about it, that, why do you want to be related or, show that, probably your roots are from Pakistan?
Right. Well, it's starting from Drug of Choice.
Yeah.
That song, I shot that back in 2011,
Yeah.
I believe. And when I came here, I was coming to Pakistan after a long time, a very long time, many years. So when I came here, I had the song already done, recorded it, but I didn't have intentions of shooting the video until I came to Rawalpindi. And I was staying with my uncle over there. And when I looked around and I saw the beautiful culture. See, when I was on the plane coming to Pakistan at that time, they were giving out newspapers about this bomb blasted here, that bomb blasted here, this thing. So everybody's on the plane coming from America scared, looking at the papers saying, yaar, ye kya hai?
Yeah, what is this?
What is this?
Western media.
Yeah, Western media. But then I had a different perception. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go there and it's going to be a war zone and it's going to be this and that. When I got to Pakistan, I was in Pindi. I saw all the peaceful, happy, loving people.
Everything was fine.
Everywhere. I'm like, this is such a beautiful place. Like, I'm walking around. I don't worry about nothing. This is fun. This is exciting.
So
and
then you thought that, probably
I'm like, you know what? Get the camera crew. We're going to shoot a video here.
Very nice. And then you probably highlighted all of those things which
Yeah.
the Western media wasn't. And then because of the fact the majority of your fan base is over there
And the people.
so
the
they
main
got the
thing
message.
in that video, I showed the people because unfortunately the perception is that people are always, whenever they see somebody wearing shalwar and they see those kind of clothes.
Or hijab these days.
Hijab, they think, oh
Yeah.
my God, this is such a scary person. You see these people, they're living their lives. They're
Exactly.
human beings just
and
like
they're
anybody else.
very normal, or probably, they're the modest people around. They're very humble. They're the nicest as well. It's just that within your own head, it's your perception. And majority of this perception or all of these ideas come from all the TV shows or the news channels you watch. So please make sure to do your own research. It's very essential. But now, developing a link with Pakistan,
Yeah.
letting people know that you were a Pakistani, even though that you were born abroad. How do you plan on doing this?
Well, I think it's very important for me to do that because at the end of the day, those are my roots.
Yeah.
And I feel like America is a great country because it has people of all cultures and races,
Yeah.
but we still feel alienated there. We still feel like we don't belong. We still feel like foreigners.
All right.
I was born and raised there, but it's very seldom that I feel like I belong there. Now, it's my country, and I'm proud of that country. I'm proud of the diversity there. But I'm the type of person who says, who am I? Some people don't do that. I say, who am I? Where does my father come from? Where does my mother come from? What is our story? I'm a Muslim, but what's the story behind it? And when I do my research, when I learn about who I am, what my identity is, that brings me back to this country.
Very nice.
And I mean, regardless of what anybody says or says that I can't claim it or talk about it, I'm going to do it because it's a part of who I am.
And that's how we accept it, and people need to learn this as well. I mean, the roots obviously belong from here. You're very much Pakistani to me, bro, to be very honest. And, I do not have words to express my gratitude towards you coming to Pakistan and being on the show as well. But at this point of our conversation, ladies and gentlemen, drugs of choice coming your way. Let's take a listen.
Feel like my soul just ripped out of my body. Just up and left me out and me rolling like a Denali. I grab it, put it back in my heart like I was Tali. Quality, I decided this rap is my crack. My drug of choice, no other choice exists than that. Without it, I get shakes. Sweaty, tachycardic like a vampire with garlic. You demolish, I'm like polish to this rap game. My prowess is a fact belt. You novice, I'm a black belt. Plaques melt, bloody when you see this cap and tassel. Wanna test me, I will punish you like Frank Castle. My ammunition is like I stab fast cannons. I got stamina to keep slamming them till I'm the last standing. You wanna voodoo me, brutally bamboozle me, do to me what you do to me. You will never get through to me. I'm a spark like a jubilee till I blasted him. Pulled the legend out from the sky and did a track with him.
अब क्या सोचे क्या होना है अब क्या सोचे क्या होना है अब क्या सोचे क्या होना है जो होगा अच्छा होगा.
You know, I could spit another verse for you in English, but you know, I want to try something different real quick. Check it out. मेरे हाथों में जो भी है मैं कर लेता हूँ जानवर की तरह मेरी ताकत टाकरा करो तो फिर आफत मचेगा और डर तुमको लगेगा ना तो तेरा काम कभी चलेगा आगों में तुम जलोगे सुन लिया इस दुनिया में मैंने अपनी जिंदगी बना लिया है बादशाह की तो मेरे आने जाने से गाने गाने से मैं छा गया हूँ आ गया हूँ आपसे ज्यादा मैं भी आगे हूँ अब सोचो मैंने अपने दिमाग से ये जो एक दिमाग का बनाया है कलम से लिखाया है जो भी मैंने लिखा था मैं एक जादूगर जैसे बचपन से मैंने अमिताभ बच्चन को देखा है अब याद करो मेरा नाम मेरी जान मानो बुरा या अच्छाई मैं तो एक बीमारी का दवाई मैं खिलाड़ी मैं तो फाड़ के आसमान पे आके फतेह खान के साथ अपनी जुबान भी ले आया हूँ.
अब क्या सोचे क्या होना है अब क्या सोचे क्या होना है अब क्या सोचे क्या होना है जो होगा अच्छा होगा.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Drug of Choice by Lazaurus. He's over here in the studios for everybody who just tuned into PT World. We're not going for a break because we do not want to waste a single second today just because of the fact that we want to be in conversation. Okay, so now, you know, coming back to all of that notorious stuff which I do. So a lot of times we have seen the people when they make it big in media or probably in television or in music, what they do is that they do not get married. But it's already 5 years down the line that you have been married, well settled. So how is it, received by your family members as well, and then your wife, your other half?
I mean, it's always going to be a challenge because, you know, when you're married, you have your responsibilities.
Yeah.
You have responsibilities to your family. So juggling between, you know, family and hip hop and medicine, it's a lot of stuff to do. But, you know, you have to be good at time management.
Yeah.
And that's the trick.
Did you do it?
Sometimes.
Okay, so okay, but when at times, you know, you guys have arguments, do you like rap battle or what?
Do I
I'm not
rap
doing
battle?
this, that.
Maybe.
And then is he like bored of the idea that, okay, come on, man, stop it?
It happens.
That happens.
It happens.
How do you convince her then that, you know, that's who I am and, you know, you need to accept the identity? Did it really happen in your life that you really had to
Get her some cake or ice cream?
So a diamond and a toy always works. So somebody asked a guy, okay, that, you know, since you're too busy all over the place, you know, your kids might feel it and your wife might feel it as well. You know what the reply was? A diamond and a toy always works. So okay, we're at the level where we're talking about ice creams and toys right now.
Right.
Diamonds for sure coming. Okay, but all of those future productions which you're going to do, because January 3rd is going to be a big day in 2017.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
It's you and Bohemia featuring in a song. What is it all about?
Oh, there's such a mystery on the song. It's called MTBK.
MTBK.
And I don't know, some people have figured out what that means,
What?
but I can't say.
MTBK.
MTBK. What could that possibly be?
Is it
Yes.
in English or Urdu?
Well, my part is in English.
Yeah.
And you would think Bohemia is gonna
Bohemia
be
is a Punjabi rapper anyway.
So it's a hybrid between English and Punjabi. But I feel like what we put together on that song is, because they've been trying to get us together for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like it's two different worlds, but both desi. A desi struggle of this story, a desi struggle of this story.
From
but
different parts of the world.
It's funny because when we linked up, there was so much we shared in common.
Yeah.
Even though he's on a different path than I am. But it was a certain energy that he had and a certain energy that I had that really meshed well. And I always thought about what would a song be like with him. and vice versa. And it was just so interesting to see how it came together because I felt the chemistry was amazing. I think the chemistry between me and him was the best chemistry that I've had with
Ever.
any artist.
And then where did you guys record this song? Is it recorded or is it in process?
No, the song is recorded, it's done, the video is done,
Who's the music
shot.
producer?
The music producer is Sheikh Soraya.
Very nice.
From California.
And what about all those people with whom you share that, okay, this is something which we have made? And
Well,
we're releasing
it's a Kali Denali music project.
All right.
Right, so it's with, Jay Hind, Sheikhs, Deep Jandu is singing the chorus on there. So it's a collaborative effort of a bunch of very prominent figures.
And
in
then
Desi
the
hip
message
hop.
we're trying to figure out over here is what? Because all of your songs which we have heard by far,
Right.
they have a message.
Yeah.
They have a local, domestic representation of where you belong from.
Absolutely.
And this time with
This
Bohemia.
song is
because Bohemia's got such a life as well.
Yeah.
Where we probably at times do think that he might have been a disturbed child as well. Because this happened and that
Right, he's been
happened.
through a lot, right.
Yeah.
This song is it's a blast for the fans. I mean, it's one of those songs that I feel like when you listen to it, you're listening to an event.
Right.
You're listening to an event. Now that what I just said to you will make sense when you hear the song, but it might not make sense right now. But unfortunately, I can't disclose that. We have a little bit of time before that song comes out, that video comes out. But I'm very confident that it'll.
And we are confident about it
dope.
too, and all our prayers are with you. And for all those people who probably want to check out his music, what you can do is that he's got his Facebook page, which is verified as well, with the name of Lazaurus. Go ahead, talk to him.
Instagram too.
Instagram too, and Twitter as well. I think
Twitter is lagging behind a little bit, man. They need to verify me. Twitter, if you're watching this right now, please add the blue check mark.
All right, but thank you very much for coming over on the show, being on the show. There's so much we wanted to talk about, but whenever you're here next,
Yeah.
after your release as well, or probably if you're around somewhere here
Sure.
on your release dates.
Can I give a couple shout outs real
Sure,
quick?
why not? Why not?
I want to give a shout out to my father. He's in Lahore right now. So shout out to my dad. I want to give a shout out to my mother. My mom is watching all the way from Michigan. So assalamu alaikum mami, kya haal hai? I want to give a shout out to my wife, Sanam.
Thank you, you did it.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my brother, who's probably also watching this over in Las Vegas. He's training. He's a fighter. He's a boxer.
Wow.
So I want to give a shout out to him, to all my friends, my family. January 3rd, be there. Don't miss it.
Very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, that was us being in conversation with Lazaurus. Thank you very much for coming in. All the best.
Thank you.
Stay blessed and, work hard and work harder and party harder. Sorry, I'm all wired up as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going for a short break. Don't go anywhere. No, not right now. Not right now. It's perfectly all right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going for a short break. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because when we come back, we've got a doctor, but he's not a singer. All right? So, stay tuned.
The largest cultural activity in Pakistan is the annual National Folk Festival, Lok Mela, held in Islamabad in October each year. Over the past 2 decades, this festival has taken on an international flavour, and more than 20 different countries have sent their artisans and performers to participate in the festival. Nationally, the festival has become a thing of pride for artisans and performers who come on their own to participate. Most important of all, the provinces of Pakistan and Azad Jammu and Kashmir put up beautifully decorated pavilions, and visitors had the unique opportunity to see an assortment of Pakistan's traditionally rich culture in the federal capital of Islamabad for an exciting 10 days. An exhibition of artisans at work under the banner of the Heritage Museum forms the core of this festival. Pavilions of each province depict their own regional culture and crafts. The Research and Media Centre of Lok Virsa arranges groups of dancers that perform all over the festival grounds, inviting visitors to join in, and in the evening arranges music concerts from all parts of Pakistan. This festival is a true depiction of the diversity found in Pakistani culture. Fairs and Festivals of Pakistan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And for everybody who just tuned into PTYU Watching World this morning, alongside Shazad, and earlier on the show, we had Lazaurus, who's also a doctor as well, and he makes songs, and he's a hip-hop rapper. But now, at this point of time in our show, and the guest we have is a doctor too, but he does not make music, he does not rap. What he does is he makes vaccines for allergy. And since it's allergy season as well, so we'll take advantage of the opportunity and we'll ask him whatever we can about allergy, because we've only left with like approximately 12 or 15 minutes. So to get the conversation started, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by Dr. Shahid Abbas, who is the ex-chief of NIH, which is the only allergy center over here in Islamabad and Rawalpindi as well. But now he's got allergy centers all over Rawalpindi and Islamabad. And what he's done, which is so miraculous, is that he's made allergy vaccines by himself, got them patent, and they are getting made or manufactured in Pakistan. A big round of applause for you, sir.
Thank you
very much for coming over. First of all, how did you do that?
Yes, Dr. Shahzad, after a wonderful entertaining program from Dr. Kamran, I just want to say a few words about allergy, because this is going to be very helpful for the patients.
Exactly.
After a few months, a huge number of patients will be suffering from very severe asthma and sneezing, and asthma is so severe that some deaths are there in the last few years.
Yeah.
So we have to tell the people how to prevent it. The most important thing I want to tell the people that they should start the allergy vaccine for paper mulberry now. It should be started 3 to 4 months before the season and not at that time of the season. Only then they can prevent the serious complications.
Okay, but then, sir, at the same time, since we've jumped ahead on paper mulberry as well, tell us about the allergy seasons as well.
Yeah,
Which seasons can you get allergy?
Before that, I just want to say a few words. In fact, the allergy is genetically transmitted. It is from the parents to the children.
Okay.
It is not the infectious that one person is having asthma, the other will contact from him. Secondly, allergy progresses both in severity and in frequency. A person has initially mild symptoms, but soon he becomes very asthmatic and very severe allergic symptoms. And the most important thing I want to tell is that the children, they develop physical and mental developmental problems with the allergy.
Right.
So it is the duty of the parents and the teachers that they should get their children properly diagnosed before they develop the mental and physical developmental problems.
Okay, but then, sir, half of the time what happens over here in Pakistan is when, for example, if somebody's sneezing too much, if somebody's got flu, I mean, we say that we've got flu, we go to the doctors never tell you that, why don't you go in the first place, get yourself checked up, whether you have allergies or not. So do you think that this type of system is going to change over here and people are going to say that, get yourself tested for allergies?
Now the change is taking place. I don't know, this has been very delayed in Pakistan, although in USA and Europe, there are professors of allergy and immunology. There are different departments and wards of allergy and immunology. But in Pakistan, it is a bit delayed. But now the people are understanding it, and they are coming for the treatment and the proper diagnosis also. The important thing is that it should be properly diagnosed and then treated with the immunotherapy. There is no treatment at all for allergy in the whole world, and the medicines that the doctors prescribe is only the symptomatic treatment.
Okay.
For example, if a person has asthma due to allergy, they will give a Ventolin, which temporarily for few hours he will be relieved. But actually only approved by WHO is immunotherapy, that is allergy vaccine, which has to be given to prevent the allergies.
And
that is only the standard treatment.
And the doctors do not actually.
Yeah,
prescribe it.
because of lack of awareness, they don't refer
But
it.
thank you very much for coming over. It's because you're making us aware, you're spreading information as well. But Dr. Saab, now, there's one more credit to you, and that is that for hundreds of years, there were injections of vaccines.
Yep.
And you're the one guy over here in Pakistan who's actually invented drops, oral drops for, all of those replacements. And then you're looking forward to tablets as well. How did you do that? And, how much effort did it take?
Yes, Shahzad, this, I realized this thing in 1995 when I was the chief of allergy vaccine production, and I had trainings in USA and by WHO. I found out that most of the patients, they leave the allergy injections because they had to take 2 to 3 injections in a week.
Yeah.
And this is recommended for 3 years. And the people, they get fed up and they leave it. And then the allergy injections, they cause severe reactions in some of the people. So my group, we realized that there should be alternative way which should be good for the people and which can be implemented. So we thought of an idea of developing the allergy oral drops. At that time, in 1995, we started it, and in 2002, I presented my work in Adelaide, Australia.
Yeah.
And I informed in the huge ASCIA conference, I informed that we are developing the oral allergy drops, and the people smiled with the disbelief that how is it possible? They asked me a question, that doctor, you are from Pakistan, do you tell us this is a protein, allergy vaccine is a protein, and it goes to the stomach and it is digested. I told them that when a heart patient can take a nitroglycerin tablet or NSAID and put under the tongue and he's relieved in few minutes, why not this allergy drops? And now it has been approved by WHO and FDA that allergy, in 2014 they have approved it.
Wow.
And we developed in 2002, and I started giving it to my patients in 2002. And now every of my patient has shifted from injections to oral drops. And now we have developed the allergy tablets, which is the vaccine tablet, which will be placed under the tongue, and it will be dissolving in 15 seconds.
Is it in process, or
we have completed it.
You've completed
You have completed, and it will be starting giving to the patients now within few weeks.
And all of these tablets and oral drops, what type of allergies can they probably be helpful for?
No, they are helpful for every type of allergy. For example, house dust mite allergy, we are making it for the paper mulberry also. And the amazing thing is, the last time I was in Berlin a few days back, and we discussed it, the price over there is 450 euros, which is $550 for 3 months. And we here in Pakistan, we give it for 3,000 rupees, the same. And the important thing is, this formula has been developed with the I really wanted to develop the tablets, but I could not. So I took the help of Florida University, College of Pharmacy, and Medica, and we jointly developed how to make it in the shape of a tablet.
Yeah.
So we developed it, and now in Pakistan we could not advertise it, but the UAE, Saudi Arabia,
All the Gulf states.
and we have made a project against the fire ant, which is causing a severe allergy in UAE and these countries, and that has been patented in USA in our name.
And these tablets are actually going to help all those people who are suffering from fire ant
from
allergy.
fire ant allergy, because many people die of fire ant allergy in
What
the
is
UAE.
this allergy? Please let us know.
Fire ant?
Yeah.
The fire ants, when it bites, it causes severe allergy in the people who are sensitive, and even it is causing huge number of deaths in the whole of Middle East and in Africa.
Yeah.
So all the professors, they are taking my services for making the tablet and for the testing of it. And because it has been patented by me and my friend who is a professor of allergy and immunology in Sharjah University. So it has been patented in both of us' name.
Very nice. That's great. And I hope that the drug is not named after you guys as well. Or is it named after you guys?
Not our name, but we named it after the Samsung ant, that is called.
Very nice. Okay, so last but not the least, paper mulberry allergy and then pollen, it's going
Yeah.
to be there, the seasons are there.
Yeah, that's right.
What type of precautionary measures can we take?
For the paper mulberry pollens, because there are a huge number of pollens, and I want to tell you that I was the first person who made the first pollen calendar in Pakistan in 2007. And this calendar was made, which particular pollens are there in which particular month, and it was given for the doctors so that they can decide what type of pollens are there at the moment and what medicines should be given.
Yeah.
So the March and April, there are pollens of paper mulberry. A huge number of people suffer from the allergy. Then July, August, September, due to cannabis. It was very interesting that in Australia, when I told the people that we have a cannabis allergy, they said cannabis is intoxicating, and do you have plants of cannabis there? I said a huge number of plants are there.
Yeah.
So July, August, September, huge number of patients coming with the allergy due to cannabis.
Yeah.
The grass pollen allergy is throughout the year.
Okay.
The second important thing is that the house dust mite allergy. When the people say that a dust allergy, it is not in fact a dust allergy, it is a house dust mite allergy. And each bed has got 20,000 house dust mites, imagine. And they live on the human scales. These are microscopic.
All right, sir,
I'm
I'm sorry to stop you over here, but ladies and gentlemen, we need to go for a short break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show. Let's take a break. कोई मसला हुआ है पीछे
अच्छा रिकॉर्डिंग
नहीं रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं तो All right, people, welcome back, and we are in conversation with Dr. Shahid. Since we are running short of time, so very quickly, I just wanted to ask one more thing, sir, and that is that, earlier when you were the chief of NIH, it was the only allergy center in Pakistan. Then, once you got retired, you opened up your own allergy centers. Now you're looking forward to opening up an allergy school in 2017. Yeah. How is it going?
Yes, Shahzad, in fact, 40 to 50% population of Pakistan is suffering from different allergies, yes. And there are no proper allergy centers in the country. I have a society which is Pakistan Allergy, Asthma and Immunology Society, and we have planned to educate the doctors about the latest developments in allergy, diagnosis of allergy, treating the allergy. So we are starting an allergy school, and in this allergy school, all the hands-on training will be given to the doctors for allergy tests, wow. All the theoretical knowledge about the patch testing and about the urticaria, which is very severe disease and which is not treatable as yet. And they will be trained, they will have MCQ questions, and they will have an exam. And at the end of that exams, they will have a certificate of practicing allergy in different cities of Pakistan.
Very nice, sir. Keep up this good work, all of these initiatives which you have taken throughout your life, and it is obviously for the betterment of the society and for us. Thank you very much for coming over.
Thank you
very much for joining us, and for everybody who's tuned into PT1 and watching World This Morning, all you need to do is you have to log on to our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of World This Morning. Let us know about your feedback, what do you think about Lazaurus, and then Dr. Shahid as well, whether you love the show or not. On Twitter, it's World This Morning, it's without a G. On Daily Motion and YouTube, it's World This Morning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, remember us all in your prayers. The fabulous repeat is going to be at 5:11 p.m. Till the next time, 1, 2, 3, good morning.
Thank you very much.